live WrestleMania Night 1.
Mania.
Happy Mania.
Happy Mania, guys.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns. I thought that was going to be like strictly a European thing, but I feel like it's followed
Me
him
too,
over here.
man.
That wasn't happening before Europe, was it?
No.
I don't think so.
It was always OTC, and then suddenly Roman Reigns happened. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they smuggled it in a suitcase and brought it back. Great, it's great. All right, guys. WrestleMania Night 1 has commenced.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Brie, welcome back to the show for this.
Yeah, hi Brie.
Thanks for having me. I love it.
Thank you. Our instant reactions to Night 1. I know you had a viewing party at your place. I got to watch it with my buddy Paul here in Nova Scotia. Andrew, did the boys watch WrestleMania Night 1?
They watched the first 3 matches, yes.
And then it was bedtime.
Very excited, and then it was bedtime. Yeah,
I get that.
Yep. Yeah. But they got to see Jey Uso hit the. I don't want to jump too far ahead too quickly, but I mean, it was the first thing that happened. But they got to see Jay's big moment, which is very exciting. They got to see the twins. Got to watch twins celebrate in the middle of the ring. It was very nice.
That hits different for them. That's so sweet. I love that.
That's so cool. And then one of your kids loves Jay, right? Or was it Jimmy?
They switch. They go back and forth.
They go back and forth
every other day. One likes Jimmy and one likes Jay.
Yeah.
I love that.
As it should be. Well, let's not waste any time, guys.
Yeah.
Let's just run.
Brie. So this is your second time watching a live WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very exciting.
We're 1 year. We're a full year of this wrestling journey, and I am still having such a good time. And it's weird to think that now I'm going into this, and I went into this like having predictions and having like context and story, and like I don't know if that has affected the way I've viewed this particular Mania, but like I'll have time to digest and figure that out as we talk.
Cool.
Right. We did our predictions last week. So, Brie, I'll be interested as we go through these matches to hear who you predicted before.
You don't have to tell me specifically what it was, but did you have a prediction or several predictions come true?
Yeah, actually, we I should send you the picture of it. We like to place bets while we're doing our viewing parties, and so we had a whole poster up on our wall, and we had all of our names, and then we put colored stars like it was 5th grade next to every point you got. And I think I only got 2 wrong. I'm pretty sure I only got 2 wrong. So I did okay this year.
Yeah.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Andrew, also, might I add, you look amazing.
So good.
Yeah.
You look so good.
Please, let's not.
I do want to welcome Waffles Party. That's an awesome name.
Waffles
and Ryan
Party?
McDay.
That is a great. Yeah.
As well. Can you
What
please
what kind of waffles are you making?
Yeah, what kind of waffles you got, Waffle Party? Can you please record and post the live show after? Absolutely, Ryan. We will be posting this on the podcast as well after night 2. We'll
need more
make
of
a
this.
megasode. Yeah, man. We need more of that, baby.
Ryan, please also keep reading the questions out loud. These are not prescription sunglasses. I cannot see either of you. I cannot see the questions.
Cool.
I'm sure everybody looks great. But
he's talking in front of
tomorrow.
I was going to say, Andrew, are you even talking in front of a computer? I feel like he's like talking to a toaster right now.
Yeah, he could be anywhere.
I'm in front of my children's toys, so it could be anything.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, you mentioned Jey Uso. Andrew.
Yes.
Let's get to it. First match of the night, we had Gunther versus Jey. So, Brie, who'd you have winning this one?
All of us had Jey for this one, because like, what else? What else would happen with him if he didn't win? Where does he go from there?
The most deflating start to a WrestleMania in history.
Truly and genuinely, I will say, this one was not as like all out as I was expecting, and
I would agree with that.
Tapped like suspiciously fast for like someone who really wanted to hold that title. So I don't know what was going on there, but it seemed really quick. At least that part of it seemed really fast to me.
Yeah. I don't know what was up with that. You know, the build up was so good in the past few weeks. Bloody and just really building up Jey. And I will say, like, he looked tough going into this match.
Did.
He was not yeeting as much. He was not messing around. Like, he went in there with a mission, and he succeeded. But it was quick. I will definitely attest to that.
I think there wasn't really a match tonight that overstayed its welcome at all, which I was kind of because there was a lot of that last year. There were a lot of matches running, I think, a little longer than they maybe should have. And tonight, I feel like all of them cut off kind of early. And sometimes it was for better. And sometimes I would agree. This one, it felt kind of abrupt.
Yeah. Or maybe I just wanted more because I was like, oh, man, what a cool. Like, I love seeing Jey out there, and I was excited to see him win because I was fairly confident. And so I was just like, maybe there would be a little bit more of a struggle, but it was a good match. Like, they did well.
It was a good match.
With a tap out. Completely unexpected on my part. Like, I never would have guessed that Gunther would tap out to Jey Uso to win a WrestleMania match.
Really decisive, which I thought was fun and good for Jey, and like just only kind of ups his profile. Like, I could easily see them running it back at Backlash or something like that, but maybe with some kind of stipulation or something. Who knows? But I agree it felt abrupt, but I think the goal was to just be like, Jey wins. No questions, no muss, no fuss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
It was good.
And a little hug by the brother at the end there. That definitely, the waterworks were starting.
I was crying.
It hit me right in the feels. That was real nice to have them out there. That was really nice.
Yeah. I looked at my sons and I started to cry. So
my gosh, man. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what did we have next? I don't even remember what the
next. Oh, it was the tag team titles. New Day versus the War Raiders.
Okay.
Baby.
So, Brie, I was texting Andrew throughout all of WrestleMania, and I was hating immediately on the War Raiders when they came out.
Okay, because they looked like they got their costumes from Spirit Halloween.
Thank you, Andrew. I'm not alone.
Haters. Both of y'all drank tall glasses of Haterade, sat down to do this podcast.
Because we were like, oh, it's for Clash of Clans. Like, they're meant to look a little cartoony. But when they came out, we were like, are they low on budget for the costumes for these guys? Definitely look harder.
Exactly. I'm with you. I didn't realize
it was an artistic choice.
It was. You're so right. It really was.
Okay. And now, does that artistic choice have to do with like branding and advertising? Yes. However, it still counts.
Yeah. Did there feel like there was more like advertising than usual? Is that typical?
No,
I don't remember paying attention to it last year. Okay.
If anything, I would say they're not that they've ever been like super shy. Like, I always kind of lovingly joke that Bray Wyatt's last match ever was a Mountain Dew pitch black match. Like, it was
oh no.
It was like, I believe that was his last match anyway. But it was they will always advertise, but now once they start doing it in the ring, once like TKO really got involved, now they're like, whatever, we're gonna treat this like boxing, like anything else. Like, you'll have sponsors.
Yeah, that's what I heard, is that the mat is just gonna be littered with advertising. And
as long as there's not a Prime bottle in the middle of the ring, it can be off to the side. I'm fine with that. It was used tonight in the main event, mind you, but as long as it's not in the middle of the ring. But yes, we had the War Raiders versus New Day. New Day looking pretty snazzy in their unicorn.
I really wanted Big E to come back for this one and screw them over. I was really hoping for that.
I think we were also hoping for that. I did predict that they would win, but then it was like, one of my friends was like, what if Big E came back and screwed them over? And we were like, ooh, that's kind of fun. But
there's time. Now that they're champs, I can see that being a part of their story moving forward as champs.
Yeah.
And Big E also wrote like a very lovely long piece about why he would probably like never get back in the ring again and how he's kind of at peace with it. So I think that it like is across the board. That's why he does like the announcer and presenter stuff for them now and hosting and things. But it would still be nice. But we'll see. If he doesn't, I would like understand. And he like, there's so many dudes who went through exactly what he went through and did not come out walking around and being happy and healthy. And so
yeah,
it's like, I want to see that, but I'm also like, oh man, if he's good, I'm good.
Yes.
I feel like AJ Lee has said the same thing, that she like had a scare in the ring where she thought she was paralyzed for a second, and like that was one of the things where she was like, I just don't think I'm coming back, So respect. You reach your limits, and I get it.
Absolutely. Stone Cold, for all the like problematic things with him, maybe like outside the ring, like he knew the time was right to leave the company, and he put The Rock over, and that was the end of his career, and he sailed off into the sunset and got his award last night at the Hall of Fame. Drinking some beers with Bret Hart. That was pretty cool.
That was very cute. I will say this: I liked this match, because I like the War Raiders, but there was one very scary moment where Ivar almost did not make the backflip that he was
slipped.
He was very close to not making it, and that was very scary. As a big man, and I love that he does all of the like top rope stuff. That's so cool, but like that made me nervous.
Brie, I want to say it's like WrestleMania 18. It was Kurt Angle against Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar does a not a moonsault. No, he does the shooting star press, which is where you're basically doing a backflip but moving forward and landing as a splash, and he lands like right on his neck. And it's real bad. And that Ivar moment, I thought we were about to see like the exact same thing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad we didn't. And we recovered.
And that man, and this is like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's always been big, but he used to be smaller. Like when he wrestled in the early 2000s, when he left for a while and was doing more UFC, he like bulked up and became this like big beefcake behemoth.
Good word. Good word.
Yep. But Ivar is much bigger than he was then. And if he had, you're right, that was like centimeters away from something real gnarly.
Yeah.
So
I thought he shattered what's his name's leg at that point. It wasn't Kofi.
Oh, sure.
I can't remember either. I think it was Kofi, actually.
Was it Kofi? Okay.
I think it was.
That was a little scary, but New Day came out on top, won the championships, took them and bolted up the ramp. That was
real great.
That was good. I like that.
Typical heel move when you win a championship. Loved it.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
I also want to say hello to Joshua and Suzanne. Thanks for being here, guys.
Hello.
Appreciate it. Joshua has some thoughts on the main event and the Clash of Clans.
What are they? What are they? Is he on my side? Is Joshua with me?
He is not with you, Andrew. He is not with you.
All right, well, I'm gonna pretend I saw otherwise.
They exactly
because
they probably got a huge payday wearing those things into the ring. So
100%.
Hey, good call.
All the power to them. All the power to them. Should we move on to our next? What was our next match?
What did Vikings trade in? Was it gold? Like, did they have a
villages?
Yeah. They traded villages.
They traded villages.
Yeah.
They got
This got darker.
Cincinnati.
They got Cincinnati.
I don't know why that one came to mind, but it was a pretty hefty deal, basically.
I like that. That is twice you have used Ohio in a joke tonight.
That's true.
I don't know
what is you in Ohio?
The other one was off air.
Ohio is just really funny to me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, if you live in Ohio, I'm sorry, but like
next time for whatever, we used to live in a big building. And people would leave stuff in the main lobby all the time. And there were a lot of parents with kids, and like their kids would age out of stuff and they'd leave stuff in the lobby for other kids. It was very nice. And nice. Because of that, we have a series of books that are like Good Night New York, or and Good Night like Ocean, and Good Night all this stuff. And somebody just made a Good Night Cincinnati book, which is fair. And I get if you live in Cincinnati, but I have it for some reason. And my children are now somewhat familiar with the landmarks in Cincinnati, even though they've never been to Cincinnati. And that's so.
Just wait till they do.
Now that I know you're a fan, Brie, I'm busting that
of
book
Ohio.
out.
Big fan of Ohio. Love y'all from Ohio. Yeah,
we're gonna test you tomorrow night. That's for sure.
I don't know anything about Ohio. Okay, sorry, moving on.
Lemming the Great Roblox. Nice NWO t-shirt memories, they say, Andrew. So there you go, buddy.
Too sweet.
Awesome.
Thank you, Roblox. I know Roblox. That's an aura. I learned that today from a young person. That's
an aura. I learned that too, surprisingly, tonight. Someone tweeted it or X'd it, whatever the kids are doing. Anyways, Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
Kids are skating. Yes.
Yes.
I missed most of this match because I was getting kids. Cleaned up.
Brie, we were a bit nervous about this match going in. Andrew particularly was nervous about this one. I was pulling for Naomi. I was nervous that Jade wouldn't be able to pull off a singles match, just because all the singles matches she's had thus far have been like squashes, or she's been in a tag team. So this was really her first time to really shine in the ring, and it was fine in my opinion. Naomi carried the match for sure, but I thought Jade looked pretty good out there. She seemed to be having some wardrobe issues, which is always unfortunate, but I think she dealt with that as best you can and stayed focused, and it was an interesting match. What'd you think, Brie?
It was we kind of had the same thoughts. We were nervous about the wardrobe malfunctions that were happening. We were like, ooh, like I hope they're very picky with the camera angles, and they were very on top of it.
They're good at trying
to, they were very good. But there was only one weird moment where she was like clearly calling the match. Like she like stopped in a weird way, and then you could see her like verbalize it, and I was like, why wouldn't she do that when she was like up on Naomi? Like you can see her saying it. So like that was the only weird thing that I noticed where I was like, that's kind of strange.
That's a bummer.
Otherwise, but otherwise, it was good. I can't say it was the most memorable match of the night for me personally, but like I love where Naomi is at right now. This character she's got, this new entrance she has, like
real good.
This is so good for her, and so I'm excited to see where this goes. I did predict Jade winning because we were like, she hasn't had a win in a while, and like this is her revenge match and whatever. But I don't see this being the end of like Naomi's. Like this is just the beginning, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, for sure.
I did catch the finish, and I really liked the like having her up like an electric chair drop, and then like turning and flipping that around into a power bomb. I thought that was actually very cool. Real rad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we need to mention the Weatherman before Jade came out.
Good. So good.
What was that?
Only in Vegas, man.
Like was that like a local Vegas?
It had to be. Who was that man?
Yeah,
maybe a famous like Vegas weatherman or something. Or
I think famous is doing a lot of legwork there.
I just don't know. I have no idea.
Oh man, it was great though. Those are the moments I love in WrestleMania, like how cheesy it can get and how off.
Yeah, it's just fun. The pageant, like I enjoy. Look, I find you somebody who loves you as much as WWE loves long ramps. But like Joy, my wife, came in at one point later on and asked, she's like, why do they have to walk so long? Which is a fair question.
Good question.
Yeah. But I think what I kind of love about WrestleMania is that kind of huge pageantry. There were only like 6 matches tonight, I think.
Yep.
So that's like just plenty of time, or just enough time, and about 4 hours for the show to everybody can take their time and they can be big and special and wild, and like so many. I loved almost every single entrance tonight. Like all of them were so fun, and there was really cool stuff in it that you can only kind of do at WrestleMania. I mean, you could do it every night, but you'd go bankrupt.
Right.
Like with this, when they kind of like pull out all the stops, it makes it worth it. It makes it worth it that there's 63,000 people there. That's nuts.
And the whole world watching. I mean, this was huge.
The entire world. The literal world.
Yeah.
It's like that scene in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey where it's William Sadler, but he's German and he's going, British. And he's like, quite good.
I've never seen it, but I'm gonna pretend the way
Brie,
you just did it was like perfect. I know. I'm uncultured. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay. It means you get to watch it now.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. So Jade Cargill came out on top. We'll see what happens. I believe next we
have high hopes for her.
Me too. I think this was a good showing. It wasn't perfect by any stretch, but she did good. We were supposed to have Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano. However, Rey got injured last night at SmackDown, and we got probably the best replacement we could have asked for, in my opinion, and that was Rey Fénix, his third match in the company. And he's at WrestleMania. My God.
And this kind of coupled with the big news tonight that WWE purchased AAA, the Mexican Wrestling Federation, which is humongous. And I think they announced like a special event that's happening. I walked in like as they were talking about that.
It's amazing. I mean, it's only going to, again, enhance that entire the LWO and the Rey Fénixes and the Pentas. Like, I have a feeling this is why they've been gradually recruiting a lot of these lucha guys. This must have been kind of in the works for a while, and it's the perfect time. And I think it's going to be awesome, and I think it's a perfect time for El Grande Americano. What do you guys think? I really thought we were going to get an unmasking tonight. I
thought we were too.
There's still my only right before, and I'm glad I didn't say this because it didn't end up happening. Like, part of me wanted him to come out and it to just be like a noticeably bigger and different person under the mask.
Almost.
What if it's not Chad Gable? I will laugh so hard.
They just hired some dude. Oh, I forget what his name is, but it's like Kevin. I was gonna say Kevin James, but it's something like Kevin James. We should be so lucky. But he, I just wanted it to be like some big beefy person. Omos would have been fun too. But I think they still have like a lot of mileage left in this one, and the mariachi band was just
Also, the like video prior with him talking, but it like wasn't his voice was super funny.
I loved also too, like, people were up in arms when they made the Gulf of America joke. So they stopped doing it, and they then said he's from the Gulf of Mexico. But then the announcer tonight said Gulf of America. So it's like they can't decide how far to push that whole thing. Oh man. But Americano won the match.
And it was really exciting to see Rey Fénix get a spotlight this as well. I really liked that. I liked him getting a chance to show off. He's good.
I think lucha wrestling, like luchadors, have become probably my favorite people to watch in WWE, just because like the stuff they do is absolutely nuts. And like to see not Chad Gable like keep up and like really deliver on his end too was really impressive. Like, cheers to not Chad Gable, because he was killing it, and that was a really fun match.
Brie, I don't know if you remember, Robert Rodriguez had like a television network at one point called the El Rey Network, and
no idea.
On that, on that network there was a show called Lucha Underground, and it was like the wrestling.
I have seen Lucha Underground, and that was where I started to be like, this is it. Like this, I've seen a bunch of Penta matches with other women, so like Chelsea Green and Io Sky, and like super crazy. Very into that.
Good stuff.
Cool. That would be like a fun. They didn't do many of those. That would be like a fun rewatch thing.
Some
Lucha Underground, especially with the whole cinematic aspect to it. That's fun. We're about fun.
We're about fun here, guys. You know what I'm just realizing too?
So much fun. What?
Andrew, you know what I just realized?
Oh God, why are you? Why was you?
What? ASMR, baby.
No, you're spelled very sexual, and maybe that's on me. But there's something about it where I was like, why is he behind me?
Golf of America. There was not a single interference thank you. Pure wrestling, some.
It was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, tap outs. God, I'm loving it. I'm loving night one. Yeah. What do we have next?
Yeah, there'll be more of that tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be the big.
Yeah.
People running in, or maybe not. We'll see.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, at the very least for the main event. I don't think that's going to be a clean main event.
Or you skipped one. One of us.
Yeah, I think you skipped LA Knight and
Knight and Jacob Fatu. I was like, we're missing something.
That was like my favorite match of the night.
I think that was mine too. It was clean. It was real good.
Clean
Jacob
match.
Fatu is just unreal. Like he,
so
like,
good.
What to see somebody look like that and move the way he does is insane. But he also takes bumps so well, and sells so well. Like there's a lot of the better people, especially tonight, are ones that are better because they make the people they're wrestling look better. And LA Knight and Jacob Fatu are both those kinds of people.
Yeah.
So when you get two of those kind of people in a match together, like everybody just looks friggin' sweet. So yeah, that was real good.
Great match.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. So I'll take him out. He's booted. He's booted. Yeah, let's kick him out of here, Brie. Jacob Fatu, I love when he loses control of his.
Oh my god, it's great. I don't know when he started doing that, but it fits his character so well, and I can't explain why. Also, he's always just so wet, so every time he does it, it's just like he's like spitting and sweating, and everything is just everywhere. He's
spitting
a wet
in the ring,
man,
baby.
Yeah,
spitting in. He's a rabid wolf, guys.
I love it.
Come on. The moment I loved, first of all, we should say, Jacob Fatu won the match. He's our new U.S. champion. And I think in that very moment, he's turned babyface. I mean, the crowd went insane.
They do love him.
Insane. Yeah, they do love him. Yeah.
So we'll see. But, and then, was that his dad? Who was that?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, God. Those are the moments I love.
I know.
They break that fourth wall or break kayfabe, I guess, as it were, and have that moment with their family. Oh, it's just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good luck, LA Knight. I don't know where you're going next, buddy, but drive off in that car.
He'll go somewhere. I'm sure.
Good luck. What?
You're both like, Ryan, what the hell are you talking about? It's not like he just got fired.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. He's got a lot of star power.
He does. He holds up in that sweet, sweet vehicle too. I don't know what that was, but I loved it.
It was a car.
It was okay.
It was a car. Well, you said vehicle. I wasn't sure if you knew.
Top was down, but the windows were up. That was kind of weird.
Got it.
Why did they do that? Just put the top back on. That was weird.
I am the tired one this time. I apologize.
I can also just imagine you sitting there just like, come on.
Just put the top on. If the windows are going to be up, why would you roll them down? The top's already up.
Yeah, press the button. Just press the button.
Hello, Doogie Pickles. That is quite
Doogie Pickles.
Was that Rick Rubin next to George Kittle?
It was. It was
okay.
Rick Rubin. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, some interesting celebrities and people in attendance tonight.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Jelly Roll was there as always. Loving that.
Jelly Roll is everywhere.
I'm waiting for Macaulay Culkin. That's my boy.
Oh my god,
I love Macaulay.
I have a feeling we're gonna see him in the ring at some point.
I would love to see that. Just something here and there.
Macaulay versus Rory match or something. I don't know.
That's good.
We shall see. Don't drag that good name into this. That Oscar-winning
Rory. You leave Rory alone. That's Kieran. Kieran won the Oscar.
Oh my god!
How dare you?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what a car is. I don't know.
Ryan, go to the next match. Next match.
It's
12:40. Please give me a break.
That's 12:40 where you are. Haha, sucker.
So early where we are.
You Atlantic Coast sucker. What do we have next? The women's championship.
Right.
This match was brutal.
Oh my god. And it needed to be, Brie, in my opinion. It needed to be. I wanted to see blood. I told Andrew, I want to see Tiffany Stratton covered in blood by the end of this match to truly
you told me that too many times.
I know. I just really
I
wanted to see her bleed. I don't know. I wanted her to earn that championship. I really did.
She earned it, and also a trip to the dentist. Like,
freaking earned it tonight.
She's actually doing her post match.
Oh my god!
Right now.
How is she looking?
I don't know. I can't see. But I can see enough to tell that it's her.
Okay.
I don't know.
Looking like a hockey player. I'm guessing 3 teeth. 2 or 3 teeth.
Yeah, it was brutal. She took, and I don't even know where it was exactly where it first happened, but yeah, she took some pretty brutal bumps, honestly. And I don't think Charlotte walked out with like any. She didn't look like she was really anything.
Nope.
She was putting in the work. At one point, Tiffany lifted her up for like an Alabama slam or like a sidewalk slam, and Charlotte, like Tiffany got her up and was going to slam her down, and Charlotte went whoop, like and just threw herself back so hard into the mat, and that was the only moment like that I caught. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine how many of those were in there. But Charlotte, one of those wrestlers I was talking about, makes other wrestlers look good. I thought Tiffany Stratton did really well tonight. There were a couple times where she seemed gassed, like she was having a hard time keeping up. But she's such a good wrestler.
She is very athletic. She's a gymnast, right? She used to be a gymnast. So I feel like this very much comes naturally to her.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also think it's funny that her and Jacob Fatu have the same finisher, which I didn't realize until tonight.
You're right.
Oh my gosh, they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good one. It's a good
one. That is fun. I also just got a text from a friend that said it's a Christmas miracle Tiffany got her teeth fixed. So apparently they're fine now that she's doing a press. I don't know.
What?
Dentists work fast. I don't know.
Or maybe they threw some temps.
Put something on, like
I don't
veneer something.
Like if she was smart about it, and I hate to say that, like wear it, like embrace it, like
right.
Take those photos, like keep those teeth out for a little bit, and like that'll earn a lot of respect from the women's locker room. I don't know.
Yeah. Can I also say her entrance was so cute?
Oh,
the
was
little
amazing.
Barbie boxes.
That was really fun.
Stop. That was a good entrance. I love that.
Yeah, like Andrew said, all the entrances tonight, just fantastic.
Her and Charlotte's hair are like the exact same shade right now. So there was like there's several moments throughout the match where it was just like a tornado of hair.
Yeah, there was one time where they had like switched positions a couple times, and it took me a solid 5 seconds to be like, which one is on top right now? Because they were wearing like similar colors, and I was like, I just don't know. So I had that.
Right. It was. I will say this: better match than I could have anticipated, really, and I thought they worked really well together. It was good to finally see them in a match together, not these super awkward like shoot promos and bad interviews, and like
they haven't been good.
They have not been kind to either of them, but they did what they had to do in the ring, and that's what's most important. And was not expecting it. I really thought Charlotte was going to win. I had Charlotte. I know a lot of people had Charlotte.
I've had Tippy since the Rumble, man.
Yeah, me
Tippy
too.
Since the Rumble, man.
Someone told me
Charlotte needs no titles. Charlotte, like the only title that Charlotte Flair could win right now that would matter is if she went and won the World Heavyweight title from Jey, which I would be fine with. They finally started doing intergender wrestling in the video games. Friggin' do it in the actual product.
Yeah. I didn't know you were doing
Charlotte
this.
Flair against Jey Uso, WrestleMania 42. Sorry, say that again.
It's happening. Lucha Underground, Andrew. Don't forget that.
Hey, Lucha Underground.
Walker
Steel.
What
was the question? Yeah.
No question. They said, I didn't know you were doing this. I'm late. Love you all. Fun night. It really was. It was a great night.
Love you.
Thank you for being here, Walker.
Walker.
Someone told me it's Fithy time now. I thought that was cute.
I saw Toothy time, and I also saw something about like the Tooth Fairy winning the belt or something. Like there were some definite some
Keep
some
it coming,
comments
guys.
about the Tiffy.
Keep the teeth jokes coming.
The Tiffy teeth.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson's 2006 family hit comedy, The Tooth Fairy.
Yeah. Yes.
That we're talking about?
Wow.
Okay.
I think it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's
Making
had
sure we're
that
all on
one
the
in
same
his
page.
back pocket and just waiting.
I
bring
and
that
I
up.
guessed
That movie.
I guessed on the year too, and I really hope I'm wrong.
I
just
have
for my own sanity.
no concept.
It better not have come out in 2006.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We made it, guys.
Main event. Yeah, main
Our
event.
main event.
Main
we
event.
had triple threat: Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, with Paul Heyman hanging from a pole above the ring in a Shark Tank. No, I'm kidding.
He's in the briefcase.
He's in the briefcase.
It's a very big briefcase.
What'd you guys think of these entrances? My God.
Oh,
Incredible.
Seth's entrance was so good. It was
Seth-
so good.
Freaking
good.
Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, he had the thorns on the glasses. He
And all
had
the spotlights and
it
that was a
amazing.
good entrance. Who brings a flamethrower in for their entrance? Like,
So
it was
good.
great.
So
I'm like,
good.
he's
So
about
good.
to torch like 61,000 people if he's
Yeah.
not careful. But yeah, that was an incredible.
So good.
Roman's entrance was good. It was weird seeing him by himself.
So
I
almost.
was about to say that. Yeah, Roman.
Yeah.
I like, not to give away too much of what I thought of the match, which I did very much enjoy. Like, tonight was not that I haven't thought this before, but tonight I was like, man, Roman Reigns is a very good wrestler. Like, and
Yeah.
I thought he did so much in this match tonight, and it is kind of fun that his entrance is so stoic and strong and unchanging, and he can kind of just like, I don't know, it's just interesting. It was very Roman, and it especially like smack dab in the middle of those two entrances.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. It was a fun little.
Walker brings up a good point here too, Andrew. Imagine Roman Reigns having the third most impressive entrance, right?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
crazy.
It is wild.
And CM Punk came out to live what? Really, Ryan?
It's late for you.
I'm done using that excuse. Wait. I should know what a car is at this point in my adult life. What's the band called? Living Color. Thank you, Andrew. Good.
I didn't know.
That was awesome, though. That was awesome to see them there live, and
it's the second time they've done that for him.
They
too.
did that, yeah.
Really?
At another WrestleMania, I think, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Very cool.
Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
no, that was
He
nice.
wore the same gray hoodie to both of them too.
So cool.
Yeah.
And the little video beforehand that they did that like took it back to
That-
the theme song and like all that.
That was great. And I will say that was one of those things where I was like, "Oh, Punk's not winning this match." I was like, "They're not." I was like, "They're not going to play."
Like that.
I
Yeah.
was like, "They're not going to play all this." And then
No.
They just cannot do that.
Yeah.
So.
Most of us had Seth as the winner just because there has been so much foreshadowing of like him, just creeping towards this storyline of becoming this real heel character, and like, I've always done what's best for business, and I've always done what's right, and it's never paid off. So like, I'm so happy to see where this is going.
Yeah, he is the architect. He's, when Seth goes heel, he is a genius. And I think we've only seen the beginning of it. And my God, to see Paul Heyman give both of those men a nut shot like he did was just like,
yeah,
incredible. Andrew, I can see your face. What did I say wrong?
I didn't
Nut
say
shot?
no. I didn't say anything. I love Paul Heyman. I loved both of those moments. My dude telegraphed them so hard. Look, they were still fun and they were still impactful, but each time I was like, just give him a low blow already. Like, I was like, why are you in the ring with Punk right now? He can lift a chair by himself.
It was we were all like, he's walking too close to him. Something's about to happen.
And he tries to be like, oh, I'm gonna carry you or I'll hold your arm.
Yeah.
It was, but
I love the one he did for Roman too. He kind of like zhuzhed it around a little after too. That was good. Yeah, he really meant it.
If you twist it, makes it worse.
I felt like he was playing a triangle. It was great. It was great.
Nailed it.
Everyone hit all their moves. The match just told such an incredible story, and my God, to see Seth Rollins at the end not even look at Paul Heyman and just,
Yeah.
It was good.
Here you go.
Yep.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we think
No.
do we think this goes deeper? Do we think this goes deeper into tomorrow? Because I didn't watch your predictions because I'm a fake fan. So like I don't know what you guys have predicted for Seth's grand story. To me, I'm like,
how dare you? How dare you?
To me, I'm like, I want this to go deeper. I want him to be involved with like The Rock or something, like something else.
Brie.
Is it? Do you think it's happening or no?
Great. That would be
I
pretty
think
great. Here's the thing. In my mind, they have been completely separated up until this point. But I could really see that happening. That would be pretty awesome.
I think so. And he is the wise man. Like he's always 10 steps ahead.
Sure.
And if he's one step ahead of Seth, like all the power to him. Keep Paul Heyman going for the next 10 years. I don't care. Everything he touches turns to gold. I love for the most part, unless the wrestlers he turned to gold ruin their life and reputation by doing really bad things. But that's another story for another time. But,
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Brie, you do not want to hear my original prediction of how this match was going to end. I left Andrew speechless, and I also felt like a complete moron after it. But
I assume it is out and I can go watch the video just like everybody else can, right? Okay, great.
Yes. Yeah, we'll leave it at that.
Oh my God.
Cool. I will.
I would love to see Seth Rollins interfere tomorrow night. Now I want that, Brie. So I will that would be really rad. Because they've said too that somebody else is gonna be in that group.
That's what I'm saying. It's like John is like losing or something, and all of a sudden like you unleash Seth to interfere, right? Because like The Rock has someone else to do their dirty work, and I don't know if that makes any sense. I trust the WWE to like connect the dots because they have the grand scheme of things in their heads, but like that would just really be the cherry on top for me. Something tomorrow,
especially because I would put down $20 right now that says that The Rock will not be there tomorrow.
Really?
Yes, and there were rumors about that a few months ago, and he was like, "Oh, don't believe any of those rumors." And then he was like, "Also, I'm not going to be around very much in the next coming." And then he just kind of disappeared. It seemed like he was going to be really involved in all this stuff. He has not been around since Cena's heel turn.
Yeah.
So,
Andrew, to your credit, The Rock today posted a photo of him driving on the North Shore on Oahu in Hawaii. Now, it could be a red herring. I don't know. He could have taken that video at any point.
I've also never been like,
yeah.
How long's the flight? How long is the flight from Hawaii to the West Coast?
6 hours. 6 hours and 22. 6 hours and 22 minutes. If the headwinds are strong enough, yeah.
Always got to worry about the headwinds. I don't. Because there was I don't know if you saw it. He's like trying to get a movie made in Hawaii about like the 70s mafia scene in Hawaii that is going to be produced by Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's going to star in it with Emily Blunt. And I think it's like got picked up by somebody. It's going to be getting made, but that's like he just doesn't. I don't think he cares enough.
He's got too much stuff going on,
and like the wrestling, he came back to wrestling when Black Adam tanked, and he had to like capitulate to Vin Diesel in front of everyone. Like he needed a win, so he went back to wrestling, and then he started getting like, he's going to be in a movie for one of the Safdie brothers, and then he's got this mob movie, Moana, the live action Moana, all this stuff. Like he's back into
wait, this mob movie Moana?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. No comment.
I knew that's what that was about.
Yeah. But so I just don't think I know he's on the board, all that stuff, but I don't think he is that interested. As like,
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it would be so rad. I think they could still do something for that tomorrow without him there.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like your Seth Rollins idea. It's true. It's true.
How do you top Last Mania? Like already, I'm not saying I'm not disappointed by tonight by any means, but like and maybe I've got rose tinted glasses from like my first experience. It just feels a little different. Like
for sure.
Yeah.
not
I think we all
underwhelming,
feel
but there's
that.
something there. Like I'm waiting for tomorrow to really like wow me, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot like at stake last year. The build up to the Cody Rhodes story was unlike anything that we had, so like so much so that they were able to like very believably stretch it over 2 nights. Like so I think there's like that element to it. They really were going all in because it was the 40th, and everybody loves a zero.
That makes sense.
So I don't disagree at all, and I think that if anything, it's just back to more like like normal WrestleMania. It was all good matches. There were all great entrances and stuff like that. But I think the juice is having that storyline built in, and the only ones that really had it tonight were the triple threat, and then tomorrow night with the John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Update as well, guys. Apparently Bayley will not be
what's that about
tomorrow.
That was out of left field.
She got injured at the Stand and Deliver NXT show, and I don't know why they did that, why she got pulled. I don't know. Something had to have happened. Like, I don't think this was a storyline that just like they've been cooking for a while. Like, this seems very abrupt and very odd to do this. So
it was very strange.
But then again, like, we got Rey Fenix in a match tonight, which literally happened overnight. So again, kudos to those two guys for adapting and putting on a pretty good WrestleMania match, having not worked with each other, you know, in the ring before. Amazing. This is why they're pros.
Do you have a prediction for who Lyra is gonna choose? No idea.
I have. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna make one right now. Either Grace, Jordan Grace from NXT. I think it's gonna be an NXT person.
I would love that.
I think it's gonna be Jordan Grace, or I think it's going to be Stephanie Vicker.
Oh, that would be really interesting. I could see that happening.
Yeah. Those are my two guesses. I don't know. Do you guys have any? No.
Not any idea.
No, I think those make sense.
First name that comes to mind. Come on, Andrew.
Or like Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss doesn't have anything going on, and apparently the rumor behind that is that they might. Uncle Howdy's injured, so all of Wyatt Six is on the shelf right now.
Oh, I didn't know he was injured.
That's why they haven't been around. So, and apparently Alexa Bliss was going to be like working with them when she came back, and because they're gone, she hasn't done anything. Since like I think like there was like one match after the Rumble, I think. So I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss because she got a huge pop when she came back at the Rumble.
I like that. Not your potato says I got Becky.
That's what our friend group said today. Actually, that's
I could see that.
We were like, what if Becky? So what if even?
Maybe
we'll
see.
I just don't know if she'll come back that fast.
Yeah, and for that, I feel like that would be more of a commitment too, because if she wins, they're gonna have to slap them title belts on her.
Right, and then she's like back in, and you feel like there would be a little bit more pomp and circumstance for someone like Becky Lynch than to just be like, oh, she's in a tag match now, you know?
Sure. Yeah.
Good point. How about Trish Stratus?
Oh, either that or Nat. Is that her name?
Natalia? Yeah, that's
Natalia.
Yep. Yeah.
I could
There's
see
some
that.
good options. I could see the NXT the angle there, but
interesting. We shall see, guys. WrestleMania Night 2 tomorrow. Brie, Andrew, I've kept you both for too long. Let's get out of here. WrestleMania Night 1. If you had to give it an A through a D, I know we shouldn't rate these things, but what would you give it? I don't know why we're not supposed to rate it. That's a rule I just made up.
Someone else go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with an A, and it's an A for me. I had a good time. I thought it was a good night, good matches. There were fun spots. Nothing went too crazy. Like I said, nobody overstayed their welcome. Like there was never a moment where I felt like bored, and that's always good. So
absolutely,
yeah, I'm gonna go with an A. It felt like a WrestleMania.
Yep. I'm going to go with an A as well. I swear I'm not just saying that because you did. I had a great time. I was laughing. I cried. I mean, it's wrestling, guys. and we cried. Like that's amazing. It's amazing. And it was 4 hours on the dot. That thing ended.
Yeah, that's true.
They did
Yeah, that was
really
pretty
well.
crazy.
Right at on the minute. So kudos to them for
Yeah.
doing that. Amazing. Awesome. Well, should we get out of here, guys?
Brie didn't give her rating.
Oh,
rude.
it's an A.
I'm
Yeah.
mad.
And not
Okay.
because everybody else said A, but because that's how I feel in my heart.
A's across the board. I learned what a car is tonight. I feel like we were very successful.
We talked about Ohio a few times.
Ohio, Cincinnati.
was mentioned. Yeah.
Amazing. And we got the weather report. We got the weather report as well.
So good.
Yeah.
Jade Cargill. Wow. Good night. I'm going.
All right.
to bed.
Good night, friends. Yep. I will actually see you tomorrow. I'll wear my glasses.
Incredible.
All
Brie,
right.
before we go, let everyone know where they can find everything you're up to, if you don't mind.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube, Briesby. I'm sure the link is somewhere around here. I've done a couple videos, so that's kind of fun. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I've been doing a little bit of like live Instagram storying while I'm watching WrestleMania, and then I will have a video coming out pretty soon, hopefully within the next week, about WrestleMania.
Sick.
Yeah, I
My
saw
year
you
of
also.
wrestling.
You went to another indie show I saw, so I'm
That's
looking
a
forward to
separate video. I'm
whatever
so
that's gonna
excited to
be.
post that. It's gonna be so good.
I
It's so
can't wait.
good.
I cannot
Oh, yeah.
wait. Awesome, guys. All right, let's get out of here, and we will see you tomorrow for night 2 of WrestleMania.
Ooh,
Peace.
yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us as well. Walker, Not Your Potato, Dookie Pickles, Lemming, Joshua,
Dookie
Suzanne,
Pickles.
Waffles Party, and Ryan McVeigh. Thank you, guys. All right, guys. Have a good night.